Peace and welcome to another episode of Behind the Bleeps and Bloops. Today we are talking about a tune you will find in the Ninja Gaiden Arcade game. First released in North America and Europe in 1988, later in Japan in 1989. One of the few times a game sees the light of day in the Western world before Japan. Developed and published by Tecmo, it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up game, and it set the stage for one of the greatest NES trilogies of all time. But the arcade game and the NES game share next to nothing in common. The melody we will be talking about is in the arcade version and some of its ports. When you reach the end of Stage 2, and again at the end of Stage 5, you will meet a duo of bosses. And when these two appear, you will be met with the track named I Am Man, and it sounds like this. So with the name of the track being I Am Man, and with the way it sounds, I wouldn't blame you if you thought of the song Iron Man by Black Sabbath. Not only does the Ninja Gaiden tune resemble the Black Sabbath song, but the names are similar as well. Now you may be wondering why they would do this. Why would they take Iron Man and put it in their game? Well, there is a very real reason. And you have to look no further than the two bosses that appear while this melody is playing. These two guys were inspired by the tag team wrestling duo the Road Warriors, aka the Legion of Doom. They first started wrestling in 1983 and a few years later started touring the country of Japan. While wrestling there, they owned championship belts for a span of 15 months, pretty much dominating the wrestling scene. This helped them build up a huge fan base, and during the reign of the Road Warriors, while they were current champions, Ninja Gaiden was released in the arcade. In an obvious nod, the boss characters in the game resemble the Road Warriors, from their spiked shoulder pads to their painted faces and their red and black color scheme. Now you may ask what this has to do with Black Sabbath's Iron Man. Well, during the Road Warriors tour of Japan, their theme song was none other than Iron Man. They used this song during interviews, as their ring entry song, and during their promotional videos. It's not an accident that the name of the track is I Am Man, with the tune sounding similar to Iron Man. This was all done on purpose.
This is the animal, Road Warrior animal. This is Road Warrior Hawk, animal 295 pounds. Hawk 200.
As stated earlier, the track is featured in a few ports of the game, so I wanted to at least let you hear some of the different versions. Up first, we have one from the Amiga. And up next, we have one from the Atari Lynx. Some people may be wondering how they could get away with this. Well, there are a few factors here. The 80s were a different time. Video games weren't as popular as they are now. Games nowadays are so popular that it's more difficult to sneak something like that in. And one of the main reasons why no lawsuit has ever been filed is the fact the devs removed this song from current releases of the game. If you purchase this game on the Wii Virtual Console, you will notice that the melody is missing. This is because the track is similar enough to where the devs of the game feared a lawsuit. Rather than being sued, they just removed it altogether. So instead, you hear this. This is just the background stage theme. Instead of this stopping and the boss theme kicking in, the stage theme just plays throughout the entire level. Kinda lame if you ask me. I understand they wanted to avoid a lawsuit, and if you take preemptive steps, such as removing the offending material, then the person owning the copyright will usually let it slide with just a warning. However, if you keep infringing with no plans to stop, that's when people lose a lot of money. It usually starts with the cease and desist letter, and once that happens, you are better off to cease and to desist. So now you know all about the track I Am Man from the Ninja Gaiden Arcade game. I am ICC. Thanks for watching. Peace.